Sorry for feed disaster, guys. Just had to try to correct everything and just fix it on the fly. I think I'm in the right pocket. I might have to change that. Yeah, I'm right. No, I got to change pockets. Hold on. Thank everybody's help out there for helping me with the labels and telling me to change them and making sure the score's correct. You guys are lifesavers. Sorry for the delays. Enjoy the stream. Sorry there's no music, but both players agreed not to play music. And if they did, it would be Facebook music copyrights cutting them off, and we'd be trying to find the feed a little bit more than we are now. Now James is ahead by one game, 12 to 11, race to 15 for 10K. I care about the issues. These last few games, James is bringing the heat. But you are correct, Andrew Cleary. I'd take my time right now if I was Kyle Bova. Nice kick out by James. Very nice kick by James. Or two rail bank, sorry. Getting late here. Appreciate all you guys tuning in so late. Any of the new guys or people coming in to watch the stream, there's no sound in the background because they opted to play for the music, and basically that's why there's no sound in the background. Nice clear out by James. Nice shot by Kyle. It's going to be a tough one. We got Mike DeLauder in the house. We're going to have him do some commentary on the next game.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Mike D. So I have to hit the button every time.
You don't have
I
to. You
can't
can,
hear
no,
myself.
you can keep it on now. You're not going to be able to hear yourself.
That's brutal.
You only hear yourself on. I can keep. You can keep it on the whole time, but you're only going to hear yourself in a delay.
Hey guys, it's your boy Mike D. Came down to sweat this match. I can't really hear myself in the microphone, so it's a little different. But yeah, two different styles, and they're both grinding super hard. It's a little sweater. They both need. How do they? They both need two. So straight back at the bottom right hand corner. Is James the right corner, right? All right, cool. A little soft. You know, one thing about James' game is that he's super conservative, and he plays the right shots. He plays the right speed of the object ball. And Kyle's a little aggressive, so it's kind of a clash of styles to say the least. Um, I think James' style has been better. The match I've been watching, he's been playing the game a little better, getting balls out of play, not taking a lot of risk. But then, Kyle's a shot maker and a great banker, so, you know. So James just tries to hit the object ball there with good speed so he doesn't leave a return shot, you know. I like to twist that 9 a little bit more. Kyle left a shot here. I think the 9 definitely goes. Um, Plus you can kind of play the cue ball down on the bottom rail. Nicholas Appleby, what up, my dude? Alright, so straight back for all your cheese. I think he ginned it. Wow, kind of took out a little bit. This is a pretty sketchy shot right here. You can go high left into the bottom rail, or you can go rail first and draw it out. Kyle hit it a little firm. One thing I've noticed about Kyle's game today is that when he's trying to take balls out of James' hole, he's hitting them a little too firm. So what's happening is he's trying to take balls out, but it's not like you're trying to hit a six railer. You're trying to hit it like, 10 feet or something. You know what I mean? So every time he frames it, sometimes he sends back a return. So, that's something that he needs to dial back just a little. His lines are good, though, for sure. You know what I mean? Kyle Banks good. He twists these in and plays his cue ball really nicely. Oh, yeah, I mean, that was a great attempt. I'm pretty sure James is gonna. He may go rail first here with outside and kick the 14 to his side to try to secure value of the table. So, like, pretty much, if he can't get it towards his hole safely without leaving a return, it's better to get it to his side of the table. So, so if you kick to the long rail first with low right, you put running English on the 14. It goes probably somewhere between the 6 and the 9, I would say. If you cross it, you risk kissing and losing the game. So, you know, if he can cross it and play safe, it's not a bad shot. We'll see what happens. All right, so he crossed it, but once again, I don't think he gained a lot of value there. Um, I mean, really, if I was Kyle here, I would probably just bunt the 14 and block the banking lane for the 6. A lot of people like to hit this 14 super hard, but if you just roll it, keep it on the long rail, it will be a defender for you in future innings. So, something to think about. Congesting banking lanes in this game is super important. You know what I mean? All right, so that wasn't horrible, but he's got to hit it a touch softer so he can block that banking lane. It's a big defensive. In game you have to have that. You have to, congest those lanes to kind of defend against a great player, because once you see, give James the pocket, he's more than liable to make this shot. He's also liable to under bank this shot, bank it a little short, hit the 6. He could potentially sell out here. So also he could overcut it, hit into the point. So that's two things that could happen. I mean, he could dead gin it also, but so we only have one microphone, right? It's always better when you have somebody to talk to. It's cool.
They can hear me. They'll hear me in the background if I do talk.
Okay. Wow, I thought that was a little risky. You definitely, on that shot, you do not want to miss it long, because you leave the return bank. This is Kyle's home table, so. The only thing about this shot is it tends to come short. We just don't want to sell out that ball down there, so. If it stretches.
Oh, it's in pocket deep though. You can follow it in.
Okay, but he's not going to follow it in probably. He's probably going to bank the 6 first and then follow it in, because that 6 is straight in. I mean, he could follow it in, but I think he's going to bank the 6.
I think James has been conservative all day, so I think he's just going to follow it in.
Really? For me, I would bank the 6 because I can hang it like 95% of the time, I feel like. But, it's a really tight match, and James might want to, go ahead and take the scratch now. Yeah, Cam, he's moving pretty good. He moves the object balls great, for sure. So how do you refresh the comments?
That's it. It just does it. The last time I tried it, you can't do anything with this. If I go and I can give you the comments on this, make it closer to you, and then you can refresh those. Did he make it? Yeah, see? Oh, that was game? Oh no, he just followed it. So what's the score?
Yeah, James got 5. So the score is 6-5. Kyle's got a shot at the 6. See what speed he plays it. He just plays to roll it. I feel like that was a solid shot, Kyle. Now let's pay attention. You want to miss this ball a little long so it hangs in the pocket. You don't want to miss it short. See, when you miss it short, sometimes you leave that return. A lot of guys, they can, spin this ball in and kind of go into the stack or go down table. Some guys elect to just cross it and just leave the cue ball down on the bottom rail. Still, you put the guy in a tough spot, missing that ball short. You miss it long, you can't do that.
I agree.
Kyle needs 1. But the issue is here, if he shoots the orange ball, he's going to leave the 14 or the 4, depending on where the cue ball falls. So maybe the move here is, I think the move is just to, but once again, shoot the orange ball and block the banking lane. Kind of sounds difficult, but you should be able to lag that up right near the side pocket and block that 14 from being able to go. But I guess he could 2-rail the 14 out and kind of duck under the orange ball, but then he might leave a bank on the orange, He could bank that 14 and just go forward to the long rail. But for me, he might 2-rail and hit that orange ball. Very nice shot. All right, so it's a nail biter, 12-11, and Kyle needs 1 to make it 12-12. This is some pretty awesome entertainment here. Roy's Basement was good. Dunsky Dungeon. Our boy Dominic has been matching up good. he's he's eating good. Steak dinner every night. He's no dummy. He's after all of your money. Dominic Dunsky. Holla at your wife. Let's see if Kyle can make me back some of the money I've been betting at the dungeon.
No, no. Oh, good try. Good lead too.
So once again, if y'all remember what we talked about earlier, if he would have blocked the bank lane, he could have eliminated the the possible bank. So what that would have done is protect the lead, because Kyle needs one. So all he needs to do is get one or two balls out of play, and then they can fight for one. But if they're all in play for James to win, the game's pretty much like they're playing even, if that makes sense. That's okay, but once again, get him down table. Yeah, it's cool. He might get two here. He might get three. I mean, here, I think James is gonna bank the 4, slide under the 14. If he gets a shot straight in on the 14, he'll have a bank on the 9.
He's been short. He's been banking kind of short, so hopefully he's got it dialed in.
Long. Man, that Q seems to turn the ball a lot. He did very minimal English, and the Q turned it a lot. So maybe
Both of them are shooting with carbon fiber shafts. I think Kyle's shooting with the Revo, and James is shooting with the Synergy from Q-Tech.
so. Once again on that shot, imagine if he shoots it a touch softer and he blocks the long rail. What he's doing is he's eliminating James to be able to win. You know, every time he hits that ball firm, puts it down table, he's leaving a bank. So if he would have hit that a lot softer, he can hold him a bit better. If you notice, James plays really good speed, so it's like he's almost always getting a shot. Here's the shot. You kick under it, block it, the long rail. I'm telling you guys, it's a great shot. You just bottom rail, kick the straight ball to the long rail, and you just kind of neutralize the game is what you do. You take the value from all the other balls. Too hard.
Sage advice.
It's too hard. He got fortunate. He screwed the purple ball, but 9 times out of 10, if you play that ball soft and you block that lane, you're like 2-1, 3-1 on the money to win. You know what I mean? What's up, Mike, Chris, Rocky White, Dunsky? What's good? I was just blowing you up earlier. So yeah, I mean, James, he has a bank on the strike ball down on the 50-yard line down there. I don't know if I like shooting this shot, but he doesn't have a lot to lose. I mean, he could spin it, the cue ball back around table. See what happens, huh? Yeah, he's not super aggressive. He didn't figure it was time to go at that moment. Ed Peterson, what's up, baby? Sorry guys, my transmission went out on the way here, and then the Thriller in Manila, 12-12, Muhammad Ali's house. What a great game we play, guys. We're all different, but we love the same game. It's such a beautiful thing. James is breaking good. Textbook break. I mean, it's unfortunate. He leaked about a half a foot, but really the 11 ball he's supposed to protect that. So, I mean, it wasn't a great break, but, I mean, normally that 11, I mean, normally he uses the stack to block from that 11. See what happens. Good shot, Kyle. A little firm. So if he would have hit it about half that speed, he'd have to hit higher up on the cue ball to get it to, stick to the stack there. I'm so happy to be here. Oh my gosh. I was driving for like 2.5 hours. Broke down. It was crazy. I don't know what. I feel like James is going to thin the solid ball. He's gonna just thin it, bank, put in a position to bank for later, and put the cue ball down on the on the long rail. So where he's standing, I think he's gonna try to put the cue ball. So just thin the solid down towards the bottom left corner pocket, and play the cue ball to the long rail. Nicholas Appleby, my brethren. So he's going to do my shot, I think. He's going to just top English, float the cue ball over to the long rail. So look what he did there, guys. He put a ball in play for later. So he's increased a little value where he didn't have much, Now in the future, if Kyle leaves a shot, anywhere left of that ball, he can bank it in. Let's see if Kyle tries to move it right away or tries to just stall around a bit. Just remember that ball down there, James Place. Let's see if he gets to use it later. So Kyle did a really nice shot there. He put a ball on his side, good one pocket, and they're just building up, their army for attack. So pretty much you position your troops and then you use them accordingly, you know what I mean? So
What do you think James is going to do here?
James might bank this 11 and go into the stack. He scratched. So James' shot was great, but he half-heartedly struck that ball. I would have played the same shot, but you got to actually pound this ball, and you got to hit it much thinner and let the right English take you into the stack. So I think he was trying to play just a little too slow a speed there. I mean, if you look at the object ball speed, it was great. If the cue ball sticks there, that's a great shot. So you can't really argue with, just kind of let, the cue ball didn't do its thing, It was still a very, very good shot. See if Kyle gets down for this 11.
Looks like he's in a good position for it.
Alright, so just here, guys, you want to use low or high. You can use high, and you can shorten it, or you can use low, right, and kind of stretch it left, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he kind of just hung it. That's brutal. Rail first, ducked him behind the stack. I mean, the environment's really cool here. It's really quiet. They're just really just two guys, just two warriors. It's not like a pool hall, It's not the same type of energy. It's like a library energy. You know what I mean? It's
Listening to trap music.
well, yeah, they are listening to trap music, but unfortunately, but not my number one song of choice. But when I was younger, riding to the beach, I think I had my phase of that too.
Oh, I like some of the music, but some of it's downright awful. I don't think it's conducive to pool.
I feel Muhammad, like this game here, like whoever wins this game potentially could win 3 in a row because the momentum is so huge. When you get towards the end of the match and you get that game, you can feel your opponent, dealing with the pressure the same way you would.
Absolutely.
When
When Kyle lost the match, you can see his demeanor change, and that's when James jumped on him and actually took another match from him.
Yeah, James is like kind of plays slow like Rausuke, but he shows a lot of discipline with his shot selection. He really does.
It's almost like a classic matchup with the tortoise and the hare.
For sure, yeah. Kyle won.
Mike's back in the house.
Yo, boy. All right, it's a nail biter. 12-12. I mean, Kyle has the lead, guys. If Mike House was speaking to me right now, he would say, "Protect the lead, protect the lead." I mean, that was a wild shot, Kyle. It's a wild shot.
I have no words, Kyle. I
Playing
have
for
no words.
playing for 10 dimes, crossing it with outside, leaving the 10 ball. If you were playing Thorsten Holman, he'd make this and splash into the stack. Mm.
Oh, a hanger. But he left Kyle pretty hard.
Once again, I'm telling you, James is a defensive animal. That guy is relentless. He puts you in the stack. He puts you above balls. He just these shots, they look easy, but I'm trying to tell you,
Oh, nice shot.
what happens is when you get put in this position over and over and over, the percentages start to take the worst of it. So you just gotta, when you're playing a guy that slows you down like this. I mean, I've watched James beat Efren before. I swear to God, getting 10-7. I watched it with my own eyes.
Holy hell.
Yes,
That's an achievement.
I swear.
10-7. I mean,
I was there talking.
it's great.
Yeah, I was there talking shit with him. So at Derby City, I remember exactly what table it was on. It's crazy. It's like,
Whoever wins this game wins it all. Very well possible.
I mean, I was just telling Muhammad that, Cam, that you know how if you win this game, potentially it might be a runaway from there. You know, unless it's like Bustamante and Efren, you know, just goes back and forth, hill. Oh my goodness. So for me here, I gotta check to see what the nine's doing. I mean, this 14's good and bad, but
Kyle make the bank. Hit 3, I think.
shot Kyle.
Oh, you might clear him off if he misses.
Mm. Yeah, so I guess he hit that a touch firm, you know what I mean? Because it looked like the correct line, but once again, in one pocket, you're measuring that line soft. So if it goes 3 feet past the hole per se, then you know if you came short, he could have hit it a touch softer. Definitely would have went. You know, so speed was probably the main factor of the miss there.
Man, you're a wealth of knowledge. Where'd you pick up all your knowledge from? Just playing?
Jay Hall and Richie Richardson and
Some of the greats.
I mean Adam Wheeler taught me a lot, and
He's on the stream.
a whole bunch of guys, Wayne Callage and Jersey Joe, but mostly Justin and Richie. So
Yeah, I like Richie. He's from Michigan, near my hometown when I grew up.
yeah, Richie's got more heart than the bomb squad. I give you my word. So yeah, I mean Kyle has the lead 2-0, but the balls are still in play, so it's just a really unique, touchy situation. No rail, it's a foul. So now it's 1-0, 12-12 in the game. Race to 15 for 15,000. I mean, oh, for 10,000. Race to 15 for 10,000. I just drove through a monsoon to get here, guys. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
One reason why we keep losing our stream.
Oh man, it was like a hurricane, but it was like after the hurricane, like right before the hurricane came, wasn't so bad, but it was just torrential downpour. It was crazy. So
Stream looks good on an iPhone.
you just busted my chops, baby. That's messed up. She said, "Can I bring that level of energy?" You want me to get louder, or are you saying I need to be that calm at home? You bring it out of me, baby. I could tell the funny story about the toilet paper, but I don't know if you guys are ready for that. I do, yes. J Pro Cell, what up? You said don't tell it, baby. So listen, for all you one pocket players, you definitely want to call this ball frozen, because a lot of times if that 14's frozen and you kick it, you may get a double kiss, and now it doesn't ever touch any other rail. It's a foul. But if you don't call it frozen, then what happens is you get emotional, and your emotions make you play bad. So it's like, you know, that 14, hey, James, it's froze. Hey, Kyle, it's froze. That's a great way to protect. It's a part of the game, if you don't contact the ball to a rail, then it's a foul. So it's, you know, it's very important to pronounce it. You know what I mean? Just look at James' cue ball. It's very nice. If Kyle's feeling super good, I mean, he'd cut this ball to the right corner and just play a little outside and hold the ball. Stick it in the balls, yep. Only thing here is James, I mean, I don't know what that, I don't know if any balls go to Kyle's hole from the stack, but James could elevate and turn the tables around and literally bank this ball. He's straight in on it. He's yeah, he's got the table speed down, so I feel like, but I guess he's just gonna kick it. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's the one thing I admire about James Adams' game is, well, not one thing, many things, but that's one of the things that I admire is that he he'll bring the game down table. He'll make you fight for the game. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to take a foul. So, you know, he'll pass on a shot and shoot it later. Kind of like Mike House, one of the better one pocket players I know. You know, there's so many different shot selections. I guess that's why this game's probably the most beautiful game out of all of them, if you think about it. If you watch Ephraim play, it's a different every time. It's so beautiful. 12-12. Seabiscuit coming around the bend. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty level match. It's pretty great match, really.
Yeah, I was trying to tell the viewers out there. One reason why I was silent is I might know how to play the game of pool, and I know the basics of one pocket, but the intricate details of trying to commentate, you just can't do it if you don't know the game that well.
Yeah, I mean, you want to do it justice, and you know, if we were talking about AR-15s, we're gonna
Oh,
come to you.
you want to talk about weapons? I'll let you know all the weapons in the world.
Exactly. We all use our strengths, so that's why we can use each other. I'll hit them high, you hit them low. You know what I mean? It's a great team.
Donnie Mills had a friend that said, "Hey, they're gonna have a lot of money at that house. Do you think it's gonna be safe?"
Absolutely.
And Donnie Mills goes, "I guess you guys don't know Muhammad."
It don't get much safer over here. I feel like I'm with my brother. My brother's in the Navy. He's an officer. He can he's. Let's see what James does here. Might blast it. Double kiss. That's a huge double kiss right there. It didn't leave much.
Unless Cal's gonna try to go off the ball, please don't.
I mean, I don't know if he got a shot on the 11 ball, but he could bank the 11 and
Crossbank, yeah.
and spin into the 10. That's really risky.
Yeah, it opens up the stack. That was a good shot. I don't know. Ooh, that's weak. Nice little rub.
Kyle's proven that he's willing to fight. I mean, that's cool.
Now, $10,000 will buy you a lot of public subs.
Yes, yeah, I go to Publix like every day. I feel like I should have stock in Publix. Heck yeah. My brother, we walk into like a bar and the keys and they give him a chair cuz he's like an officer. They're like he has a certain emblem on these shorts that he wears for cuz he's a Navy SEAL and it's like a hook and an anchor and when he wears these particular shorts it's like people show him mad love at the Navy base and
Oh.
like they'll just move out of his way and give him a chair, you know what I mean?
When any of the military personnel see the trident that the actual Navy SEALs
The
wear,
trade, yeah,
the
it's
trident.
on everything. Yeah, that's what it's called. We don't talk about it because I don't want to. It's like I don't really talk about pool much with my brother, and he doesn't talk about his business. We just kind of enjoy each other. So
Well, I mean, today marks the anniversary of D-Day, so thank all our vets out there, especially the World War II vets who served on the beaches of Normandy.
for sure, absolutely. I tried to go in the military. They wouldn't let me. My hand. I broke my hand on a trampoline. So all right, James Adams grinding it out. I like how he chalks his cue. He moves his hand. It loosens up all like your muscles in your hand. Alex Pagline does that. A lot of great players do that. When they hold the cue, they kind of twirl the cue a bit, and it kind of loosens up their fingers and just gives them a little bit of touch. I don't know if you've ever tried it.
I like playing the air guitar on the cue stick.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, oh, was that Kyle's pocket? No,
Great shot.
that was James's.
Great shot,
Nice
James.
shot, James.
That was sick. Some shot, James. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see it. I wish I could have said. Oh, it was a three-ball combo wired, and he played the cue ball lovely, so he deserves the reward there. I don't agree with that at all.
What should he have done?
He's supposed to hit that nine with inside English, so he has the straight in combo.
Combo.
Now he has the three ball combo. If he kind of comes under the two and takes the two out, lose. Well, not only that, but he leaves the two. No, the two. If he overcuts the two, potentially he could leave a. That two banks for later, so it takes all the value out of his hole. You know what I mean? But if the three ball goes in, you're Gucci. Don't worry about it. I just know James really well, and on this shot, it doesn't look like he can play his cue ball free. So he has to kind of go all in because if you look at, he has to cut that nine a bit to the left. So I feel like he's gonna pass on that, but that's probably the smart move. He's got a free bank on the 12. He probably can't get it there, but he can play cue ball under the 11. He could bank the 12 actually off the 4 ball in his hole in between those balls and play a cue ball under the 11. And he's gonna get the cue ball under the 11 like 80% of the time.
So even if he misses the shot, he's gonna leave some more soldiers over there to do some work later.
Yes, yes. He looks like he's cutting the six in.
Missed it. He left the. Ooh, looks like he left the gap to get that ball through.
Well, this is a huge shot. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, this ball goes, um, but it's a lot of pressure. Let's see if Kyle tries to play it a free shot where he spins it down table, or up table, should we say, or actually down table. Yeah, he could try to spin it with inside, makes the shot way harder, or he could just go after it with outside like a 9-ball shot. Play shape right out to the, to the.
He's been going after it all this match. What makes him stop now?
Yeah, but the key is what ball are you playing shape to. If you can just dial down, all right, I want to get to a general area here, you're probably going to succeed. If you don't, you're going to blunder the ball.
He's probably just debating with himself, trying to do exactly what he said, down rail if he does miss.
I mean, I'm definitely shooting here no matter what. If I got the hole, I'm shooting. He's protecting his cheese, guys. I give him a lot of respect for that.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
He
it takes
definitely showed restraint
it
there.
takes a yes, it takes a if you know it's not working out, sometimes you will take on those aggressive shots, but other times they cost you the whole game. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what yeah, it was dead.
We just take him and put him behind the six.
Behind
Oh, there it is. I didn't even see that one.
Oh no, guys. This is kind of a sketchy shot actually. If you bank this to your hole, it might not work out for you. You might want to just cross this 12 ball, bank it back kind of where the cue ball's at, and put the cue ball on the 6. So now you get a ball on each side of the pocket. You're going to it's going to make your opponent sell out more often. If you bank this ball into those balls, you might lose the game from there. You see what I'm saying, guys? You can lose the game from there. He should have stuck him behind the 6, cross-banked the object ball, and had a ball on each side of the pocket. That was the move there. Okay, we got 80, guys. Share it up.
The most we've had today was 104.
We got to break 104. So, I mean, I guess James got the bank 9-3-6 combo, and just leave the cue ball right there. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to bank that strike ball and draw down there for the 9 or the 6. I'm going to get the cue ball straight down under that 6 or the 9, about 80-90%, maybe 100, unless you scratch and draw it too much.
Cal needs to make this. Oh, it looks good. Oh, did it hit out of the pocket? Oh, it just missed.
Got to use more draw there, guys. Stretch it out. Kyle's hitting the ball a little firm for his banks, just a little. But I guess when all the adrenaline's going, it's better to give it. I mean, he hit that pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, kick it and put it under the 11 ball.
Changed it back over.
Yeah, that's a
That was a good shot.
for sure.
I was in some trouble. He needs to use that 6 and separate. It's going to be definitely dangerous. Oh,
That was an unbelievable shot. I mean,
ballsy.
but if the 6 banks, really, James has all this value. I feel like if James takes on the 6, he can spin into the stripe ball. I would much rather shoot the green 6. And Hunter White, he's a little one pocket little player guy. Yeah, for sure. I don't like that shot, Hunter. Oh my goodness, he got so fortunate to where the 11 ball arrived. Yeah. Just spin it under the 11. Left English.
Oh, the pictures, yeah.
86, baby. Put it on my life. Make it feel right. 12-12. I'm supposed to play golf in the morning, so hopefully these guys can wrap it up. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'll be there no matter what in the rain, in my rain boots. I feel like you're supposed to shoot the 3 onto your side and just duck them under the stripe ball.
Under the 11.
Yeah, but then
It's a hard to get there. Oh, he went for the cheese. And he left.
we got fortunate.
Very fortunate. Nice rub on whatever was up.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's just Kyle's just all heart. I'm telling you, the kid is. What up, James Roberts, my dude? How you doing?
Kyle's got a lot of confidence when he shoots.
Long time. James Roberts would have eaten you guys up for breakfast in his prime.
He's so tall.
Being tall is not an advantage, Muhammad. That's just baloney.
Well, there's an advantage in knocking down my camera, so I had to get a different type of tripod.
Good job.
To do that.
Good job.
Thank you, thank you. I've adapted and overcome to the situation.
That's right. It's the beauty of life. Adapt and overcome. That's pool in a nutshell. That's probably why you love the game. Most people that want to be great normally don't fall in love with the thing they're the best at. You know what I mean? They want to torture themselves a little.
100%.
Mm.
Oh. Oh, he's
No, that's a great shot.
good shot.
Yeah.
Nice speed.
So for me, I pretty much banked this, but I'm going to try to run into that ball. But sometimes that causes you to miss the object ball. So if Kyle's really confident, but the problem is if you don't bump that ball, then you might get hooked on the 3 ball. You might have to play a combo next. Okay, so I mean that's good, but I don't know if he can get onto the next ball from. You think he can draw out of this? Can't really tell by the angle that well. Yeah, but see, he got a little. He put a ball on James' side. This is a lot of pressure right here. You know what I mean? He overdrew it, and he put a ball on James' side. That's not really, you know.
Oh, you got what, 3 balls right now?
Yeah.
4?
I understand what you're saying, but, you know, when you move the balls, you want to.
Oh, no, I'm just listening and hearing the ball's pocket before we say anything. All I hear is, I can hear the ball's thud before the camera comes into our play.
I understand what you're saying.
No, but your advice is sound. I like the sound of the ball's pocket.
Should have played shape on that bank.
Oh, shoot.
Mm. Kyle don't like money. Count them in clusters, so it'll be easier. Look, 5, 8. That's how I look at it. No offense.
No, you're good.
I'm pretty sure you can cross bank this ball. Touch it inside. So, Kyle's got a little bank here, and he's got insurance. Insurance is when he ain't got to worry about that ball because it's side pocket. So he's probably just going to bump that ball.
Nice shot. Drills it.
So for me, I would shoot this 14 and try to play shape to the 10 ball.
Good call. Oh, nice.
And now, even though he got a bit too much angle on the 10, he just does not want to overhit this and sell out if he misses. Like roll forward on the 2 and like he just did. And did he get a rail? So exactly what I said happened, but I mean, it's cool because he just was aiming for the ball and kind of creeping that ball for his game-winning ball. But in the same right, you know, you want to protect your lead. You don't want to, you know, listen, James is a high-powered player too. If he's got his back against the wall, he's going to fight his way out. So you don't want to be letting him see the face of a ball where he potentially can make something happen.
Especially if you're 12-12 and you drill this ball, it's going to give you confidence. But if you miss, you're sold out. And he drills it.
I'm just saying for me, I don't want to forfeit the lead. Not necessarily the lead, but even value of the lead. So if Kyle's got 7, now you let James get to 4 or 5. He might outmove you at the end of the game. But if you never let him get in that early position, then he, you know.
Oh, it's happened at least 3 times in these matches where James has stole one from Kyle just by outmoving him, outthinking him, and Kyle keeping the door open.
Okay, so check this out, guys. You want to hit this with drag, and you want to play the cue ball to the bottom rail, and you want to play it a little long, because if you miss it short, you leave a return. So left English, let it go forward, play it a little long. Look, when you play it short like that, look what happens. It leaves a return. You want to miss it that much long, because then it'll hit the nub on the bottom rail and it'll hold the ball there. A lot of great players miss that ball short a lot, and they sometimes against certain bankers they may take this on. Either way, you forfeited that inning. Hunter White in this. Keep it right, keep it tight. I said right, just so you guys know.
Hey, I appreciate everybody appreciate everybody watching the match. Just make sure you guys, if you guys are going to do any kind of donations, go to On the Wire, Creative Media, Roy's Basement, and Dunsky's Dungeon, and go click donate to them. They're the ones that are bringing you quality streams. I'm just bringing you a one-off today, but these guys helped me with some technical advice, and it's just better to get those guys the money so they can bring you better equipment with a better quality.
For sure. Thanks, Mohammed, for having everybody and. All right, so you want to get that cue ball to 2.5. So you noticed the break earlier when James broke. His cue ball went a little further, and that made that 14 come out a little further, and then he left the bank. So now I think Kyle's break was pretty solid. He's got the 14 kind of there to build off of. Let's see what he does to improve his table. Yeah. So here you want to just thin the one and stick them kind of like the break shot.
You guys are troopers for staying in there. These guys have been playing for 10 hours, almost 11 hours now.
Wow, Kyle. So let's learn something from that. Kyle got down, he saw the shot, and he just went with it. But what happened is he almost scratched because he didn't really define all the characteristics of the shot. He could aim at the ball a little fuller, or he just kind of let Whitey go. And when you do that in this game, you get punished a lot. So it's really important once you find your shot. So like 9-ball, you kind of know what the shot is, but in one pocket, you'll have 3 or 4 shots. So the move is, once you've selected it, to kind of take your time and imagine different characteristics so you can execute the entire shot, if that makes sense. I can tell you that's my biggest weakness. I'll see 3 shots, I'll be like, okay, straight back. But if I took my time with that straight back after I decided to shoot it, I think my percentage would go up a little, because not only am I recognizing the right shot, I'm taking my full attention and trying to give it my best. And when you rush it, you're not giving it your best, and you're going to miss it a lot more. I know a lot of the great players on the thread know. What's that?
They're giving you hearts for your commentation.
Hey. We got 80 people in it. Real deal, not pretending. It's my pool family right here, baby.
They love you.
For sure. I mean, we're a rare breed right now, We got coronavirus. Our game was, thriving, doing much better, and now some pool halls are being looted and shut down. I mean, I wish I had a briefcase full of money I could just send to all of my pool family. We could all gamble like Monopoly money and have good times. Maybe that's what heaven is. I don't know. Maybe minus the money. Maybe just like for jewels or something.
One of the best things about these streams is just getting your mind off all that stuff that's going on in the world and just concentrating on something you love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Without pool, I definitely wouldn't. I don't think I'd be in the position I'm in. It's definitely given me structure and taught me how to think ahead, of course. So I think Kyle's going to 1, 2, 3 rail it. Hit this ball rather firm. Oh, shit. Oh, he had to snatch Whitey back a little to protect that one. That was a super sketchy shot. But I feel like this one might be a kiss. Right? If you look at it, I mean, you could stun it with center right over. Oh, that's James. My bad.
I don't think he sees it.
Oh, I'm slipping right now. My bad, guys. I got the pockets confused.
Is he jumping? No, he's curling.
Swerve. It's called a swerve. But actually,
Sound good. He made it. Wow, nice shot.
my bad. I got the pockets confused. But yeah, I guess Kyle missed an attempt at his hole, and then, bro, pressure burst pipes. This isn't. I mean, everybody can say it's easy, but these guys have played a lot of pool. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure James is up on Kyle in one pocket though, so over the time, but they haven't played in a year or so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you one thing I do. I mean, one of the many things I love about James, the dude, he has heart. Like, he doesn't care if he. I mean, he cares about winning and losing, but I promise you, he'll be back next week battling somebody again, and that's the reason why he's got to the level he's gotten to. You know, some people are super talented. James has a exceptional amount of talent, but I think he's got more tenacity and more heart than the average guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, babe, what's up, J Hall? J Hall, baby, put it on my live.
I don't know why Justin Hall's not here with you commentating.
Make you feel right. Justin Hall's not a. I'm the only person he's ever coached, and he's not a commentator. He's kind of like, sight it, see it, shoot it. Like kind of like Muhammad Ali, just throws it at the hip. So for me, that's like that shot was a bit aggressive.
Right here.
Okay, I'm watching the.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Cool.
replay. If you have see something you want to review,
I see it.
there you go.
So good shot by Kyle. He played to overcut it. He protected. He played good object ball speed. I mean, you don't always have to make the ball in this game. It would have been nice to make the ball, but really applying the pressure on the guy's head. You want to keep that foot on his head, and that's what he's doing to James right here. This looks like he's gonna. I say it's a long. James, man, he plays the speed of the kicks really nice. One thing I noticed there, he hit a little high English. I feel like high makes the angle play true at a slower speed. So if you guys are trying to kick to a symmetrical angle, high English and slow make it symmetrical. So when you have to kick a ball to a hole, just imagine a Christmas tree and hit it a little less than medium with a biting ball, and it'll play true. You know what I mean? And then obviously draw and firm, same thing. Like high and slow make it symmetrical when you're kicking. So it's a good point. A lot of people I see kick with center, and now it's kind of acquiring English off the rail, opposed to high kind of keeps it true. Holds the line a bit better. Pedro Bata. The Racks Billiards.
One of my favorite places to go.
The bomb.
Capone's.
Yep. We got the Capones and the Racks fans here. It's all good. I don't hold grudges, baby.
I tell you what, Rack's family, their waitresses are something to behold.
I wouldn't know. I just play pool, man. You know what I mean? You're tripping.
Well, married men don't look at that. You just play pool, brother.
I just live through you, Muhammad. I just live through you. Your guns and your women. I just live through you.
Feel it vicariously.
Yes. And I'll let you babysit on the weekends from time to time.
Perfect birth control. No, thank you.
13-12. I can assure you fatigue is setting in because I've played a lot of 12, 16-hour sessions, and I'll tell you what, sometimes you think you still got it and your legs go and you start raising up. I'm sure Pedro, tall people can relate. So
I went to the one pocket event where you were in it at Pedro's place, Racks over in, was it Sanford?
yes.
And you put up a good fight with Mike D.
Oh, man.
Definitely battled back.
I was up 3-0 in the finals. I had a few too many, but I bet on every match and I won every match. That was pretty good.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, they were giving me odds against like Malingo and
Oh,
first match when I beat Mike Davis, they were giving me odds and I beat. But I mean, I lost at the end. Oh, so once again, supposed to be at golf in 7 hours. It's all good. It's supposed to rain. It probably get canceled. Julio, Papachulo, what's up? How you doing?
Julio fought back today. I think it ended up 30 to 20 something. But Julio was down and he fought back with Maligno. They finish tomorrow.
Uno más poquito, Papa. All right, so James got a cross here towards his pocket. I think he's not going to overhit it so he can use the stack to protect. Yeah, he hit it pretty firm.
Oh, that was a great shot.
So for me, I don't really think that was as good. I mean, I would have hit it a touch softer and try to hang the ball because, I mean, that was a pretty good shot for sure. That was the right shot.
Oh, no. He hit the brick.
So for sure, I don't know. This is I think Kyle can just cross this. I don't know what it's gonna do here. Maybe just kick it and kind of like shoot the 10 down by the side pocket.
Oh, that is the correct thing to do. I had ESPN in my head, and I thought he was just going to kick it off the 14, make it go in the corner.
I like that shot way better, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. Great shot.
I love that shot, and I love how he blocked the side pocket there, kind of creating value for Kyle because he's put that ball, Yeah, it'll protect from future shots. So that's why that shot was a great shot.
So basically protecting banking lanes.
For sure, yeah. And shooting lanes, obviously,
Look at that. I picked up a little bit just sitting next to you.
All right, so I'm going to tell you right now, this ball is a hanger. All you got to do is cross it and just float the cue ball. It's all speed. Just remember, when you cross this ball, it gets right English. So it turns naturally to the hole. Kyle overturned it, but listen, guys, he doesn't want to make that shot. If you're disappointed he didn't make that shot, you're probably going to get 10-7 from any good player because you don't increase your value by making that ball. Hanging it is the nuts. Now that he's hung it and put the ball under the 14, he's eliminated the one real kick for Kyle. I mean, for James. Kyle's eliminated that same kick that James just played by putting him snug on the 14. That's a pretty great shot. James is probably going to have to take a foul here, push it right into the back of the stack. In that case, Kyle will take a foul back, and then James will kick that 9 in. But he'll improve his position to be able to kick the 9 in. James should just push it right up on top of the 9 right now. Or the 6, really. Very gently. If he pushes it on the 9, he might hook himself from the kick on the one railer. So maybe if he just rolls up on top of the 6 ball, you can't 3-rail kick this ball. That doesn't make sense. It only takes one foul here to get to the kick shot on the 9. So James needs to push on top of the 6. Kyle's going to take the foul back. And then James is going to kick the 9 in. So he'll only have to lose one ball to take out Kyle's ball.
And you got a 2-0 lead.
Simple exchange of value. Simple.
He can probably sacrifice.
I mean, he's got to take a foul, guys. If you 3-rail kick, you're throwing your money in the garbage. Like I said, you push to the stack.
Very bad spot.
Jay Hall, you don't agree? He pushes into the stack, so he can. Probably Kyle's gonna foul after that, and then you kick. Kyle's gonna get that kick, or James is gonna get that kick at the 9 ball. So you just has to work a little, but it's worth the foul. I do not 3-rail. He's gonna hit the 8. If he 3-rails this ball, he's gonna hit the 8. I think. Am I tripping? He banked at his hole. The greatest shot in pool history.
What a shot!
Unbelievable. Cojones, marrones, totones. What a great shot. Oh, they haven't seen it yet?
They will now.
But they hear me talking?
Well, now, once it catches up.
Okay.
So I can go like this, and it'll catch up to it.
I told you guys earlier if you put James back against the wall.
See?
All right, so it's building time again. You're at pre-construction here. All you need to do, Kyle, is you need to bank that 15 to your side. You don't back cut bank it.
What's wrong with that shot?
You're silly, Justin and Pedro. You definitely take a foul there, guys. I'm telling you that. I wish he would have did what I said so we could have seen how it worked out for him. But I guess here you just bank the 15 to your side and try to kind of stick them on the 14. Just you don't even gotta hit it hard, bro. You just roll. Cam, that's exactly what I said. Wait up. He might have been able to do that. I get what you're saying, but I feel like if nothing was dead to his hole, if he freezes them to the stack, then Kyle's probably going to take a foul, and then the other guy's going to kick it in. I don't know if you saw it like that or not, but I agree with you. If there was a dead one towards that ball, it's definitely can't do that for sure. Crazy shot. Kyle just back cut bank, sold out, and swished the ball. This one, I don't even think goes. To be honest with you.
You think it goes for the double kiss?
Yeah, I'm be honest with you. I don't think it goes.
The double kiss is on from that angle.
It's crazy.
Interact right about there. Yep, double kiss. Oh no! Oh no!
Kyle Bova in the Range Rover. Two rails, or does it cut? Can he two rail this tube? Oh, he's gonna bank. Yeah, I like that much better, Kyle. So the key here, you bank the 3, but you don't want to draw back and leave that 8, or you don't want to leave them on a bank in return. You want to leave them like Justin Hall taught me, a funny look. So kind of maybe draw it back about 2 inches.
I think Justin Hall sees a lot of funny looks.
Oh no!
No. Good shot.
Not a good shot. Well, cause if you, yeah, he left himself on the ball. Yeah, I mean he's got the 6. It's super sketchy, but based on his last banks, this looks like a hanger.
He left it long, but he left him a whole bunch of shots to go for. Hopefully, Cal. You better hope that James is cold.
All right, 4-3 in the ball count. James Adams has a couple shots here. I don't really like any of them, but if I had to shoot one of them, it would be the 12 and try to float under the 6. So you hit it with right English, outside English, and try to float under the 6. Is he going to jack up and try to spear this 9 in? To be fair, James, your shot wasn't bad. You had blockers. I can't disagree with your shot. Oh, you gotta spell my name with a small L like that, Tony? That's messed up. Anthony, aren't you? I was just trying to think about because I can't remember if he's Irish or.
He is Irish.
Yeah, aren't you Scottish, Anthony? With my little L. I'm trying to say the opposite. I'm not giving you 10-7, bro. You know our game. Even 10 ball, even 1 pocket. Dunsky Dungeon, get on my level. Let's go. I got 3 kids like you now, babe. Kyle's bananas. I imagine James just going to cut that ball in, huh? And play shape to all those duckies. He's doing some crazy shit.
Oh, it waved at him.
Oh, that good cushion alcohol. Hey.
We don't want any of that trap music here. That might take
sorry.
our stream away from us. Oh, what? That's gonna cost him.
So for me, I go outside English there and draw it to the long rail instead of try to use inside against the grain. I try to just use outside and do a natural line there. I mean, we all do that, so you can't even really hate on James there. I mean, we all do that.
For the money, I'm telling you, Kyle's out in this game right now.
I mean, you don't never know, really.
He sees blood in the water. He usually attacks.
I mean, yeah, he's sitting nicely, so I would presume him to run out. But I've watched great players miss ball in hand before.
Oh, absolutely. But if I'm going right now, I believe Kyle will be out. But again, they've been playing for 11 hours.
Exactly. That's kind of like when you're a sniper, right? So like if you're,
Oh, and I'm a marksman, but yes.
but you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're 13 hours in and you're a
Oh,
little fatigued, your 800 yarder probably goes down a bit. You know, like your distance, you might not be able to shoot the same
100%
distance.
I agree. We got good.
Some guys can do it though. Some guys could do it though.
We got a good equipment to take
Yeah,
care of that.
I feel you. I've been watching this show called Shooter on Netflix. It's awesome. Kyle needs one. Don't hit this ball hard, Kyle.
Oh,
Oh. Okay. Had to go. He said I had to go. Justin, remember on that shot, James shot, he's like, he had to go.
yeah.
So just remember, guys, when you're trying to bank that ball and you're trying to bunt it like that, if you hit center, it lengthens up a little. If you hit high ball, it'll stay true. So you kind of need to know, are you playing the stretch? Are you playing it true? So you need to elect, which way you're playing it before you shoot it so you can increase your chance of making it.
James has made a habit of coming back from this deficit just by outmaneuvering.
Look at this. He's got a bank on the 11, and he can fall on all those balls. I don't know if the 11 goes. It might not go, but still, that was a little risky. So if you guys have the lead in a game of one pocket, and it doesn't matter if you're playing for 10,000 or 20, yeah, you can take a little more risk for 20, but in this case, you want to get balls out of play. So keeping those balls in the order they're in, they all go to James Hole. So it's not like Kyle has a substantial lead here. Now, if Kyle gets the balls down table in a pocket, then he improves his position. It's like having a dollar and the other guy has a quarter, and you're playing poker with him. So right now, it's like James has 50 cents to Kyle's dollar. I'd rather it be like a nickel to a dollar. So if James can improve his position here, he could take the game, but Kyle needs to get him out of play is my main point. You know what I mean? Whatever he's got to do, I don't care what he's got to do.
Wow, he didn't even think about it. He already knows what he's going to do here. I don't know. He just put it back in the same spot, and now it might have a chance to go. No, he still got the one solid ball blocking the path.
I mean, James, I don't know how aggressive he's planning on being here, but I mean, you could try to cut the 10 here and run into those balls if you were, or you could just be defensive. You could shoot the 11. Man, it's a tough spot.
We'll give both
Like that shot a lot, James.
we'll give both of them credit. They both came here to battle.
So now he got balls tied up. Let's tie some more balls up if I'm Kyle. I mean, you can shoot at your hole, but just remember, when all the balls have value to your opponent, that might not be the best time to go at your hole.
Bill Delisle says hi.
Bill Delisle, one of my favorites. So Kyle tried to bank that towards his hole, right, guys? And he has the lead. It's simple exchange for value. Kyle could not afford, if that was a business exchange, to try to keep balls in play right now. The key is to get them out of play. It's kind of like saying you're Nike, and if you can get Reebok to go out of business, you can acquire value. So, your goal's not to be offensive in a position where you're already dominating the market.
Oof, you're gonna make them pay.
Yeah.
Should have stayed away from the Reebok market.
So here you shoot the two, you fall on the long rail, then you're gonna bank the 14, and you're gonna tuck them under the 11. So if you don't get the angle on the 14, you probably won't win the game. But if he gets dead on the 14 and hangs the 14, it's a lot of value here. You're gonna see if James falls on this green 14, I would say turn out the lights. The party's over for this game.
For the combo.
Chris Lucas, baby, what's good? Michael Daly in the house.
What's up, Chris?
No, he's lining up for.
Okay.
It's such an important angle. If he falls on the 11, they're going to be battling here for another 10 or 20 minutes. If he falls on the ball to the left, the orange ball, I think it is, green ball.
For those of you guys who are tuning in late, the reason why James Adams is not wearing any shoes is because when in monsoon he got them so soaked he had to take them off, and instead of putting them back on, he's already adapted to shooting without shoes, so he's going to stay that way.
You don't need them. I got my feet wet on the way here also. So he hit that horrible. Absolutely didn't get anywhere where he needed. So guys, that's what I was trying to tell you. He needed to fall on the long rail. Trying to be perfect there is no good. Anywhere on the long rail, you got a shot. You know what I mean? I think he just needed to use side English there. He used high, so high kind of bent it forward. You know what I mean? Plug it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Carrie Vetrono, one of my dear friends. She's having a tournament at Capone's Billiards on the 20th. And y'all should support her. She's a wonderful lady, a beautiful mother, and I love her husband, Joel. He's a great guy.
To get all the information you need, just go to the Capone's Facebook page, and they'll have a flyer out there with all that information, all the different skill levels, and it is a handicap tournament.
Yeah, handicap tournament at Capone's. And it's being streamed.
Thank God, not by me.
Streaming, yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of a lot of work, but, Muhammad's a nice, he's a kind man. Keeps his house perfectly clean. You could eat a noodle off the floor. But, yeah, it's nice to be in a clean environment for sure with all the nonsense going around.
He did scratch, right?
No, he did not scratch. He just
So it's 6-6 still.
6-7, I think. Oh, you missed.
Yeah, 6-7.
You might want to go look. You should go double check. Oh, can you see it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, 6 for him, and this is James' side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 6, 8.
You should go check.
Yeah, it's 7. Yeah, it's 6-7. You're right. Because this is what? 13, 14, 15. Got it.
I only see 6, 6, 7. I see 14. I don't see the 15th ball.
I think it's 7.
6, 6. I don't know. You have
Oh, you don't see it here because.
Where's it at?
It's set right here. 7, 8, 9.
I don't see 7. That's 6. That's
No,
it.
no, because it's cut off here.
Oh.
So, and that it's got to be there.
So James Adams got.
6, and then Cal's got 7. So 13, 14, 15.
You just said the ball was over there though. That's James Adams.
No, no. See, red, red, blue, blue. So these are Kyle's. These are James. James's pocket's red. Kyle's pocket's blue. So wherever you see the counter is red, that's red corner, blue corner, blue corner, red corner. Everything that's color coded matches that. So these blue, Kyle's. These, James.
I think you're wrong.
Mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are 7 over here.
It's just confusing because that's the score, but their pockets, I don't know.
Well, see, I just go with the color. See, that's the ball feed right here, blue, red. See, these they change pockets. I just move these.
So Kyle has 7, James has 6.
Yes, sir. Oh, aggressive. Oh, oh no.
That was a little bit risky for my liking. Well, that ball that's on the bottom rail kind of blocks James' 2-railer back to his hole. So I'm pretty sure James is just going to bank it and kind of stick the cue ball on the bottom rail. Hit the long rail, go to the bottom rail. Oh, he played a different shot.
Oh no.
Played a different shot. That was pretty sketchy.
The kiss is in play.
No, the kiss isn't in play at all here, guys. Aim at it you can aim at it fatter than you think and play right English and it'll swerve just a little. Sit, please. It's okay. Yeah, I mean Kyle's supposed to just play that not to make it, but just to get the cue ball to the long rail and the object ball to the long rail, you know, on a straight line. So for me, Kyle has a chance to make this ball, but I don't think it's the right shot.
The kiss in?
I say once he.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
It's a good shot, Kyle. He laid the 10 up by the side pocket, so that was a good advantage there.
Yeah, it'd be a attempt to go to 2 reels here back. It'll scratch, right?
Yeah, definitely scratch for sure.
Okay.
Look at James' cue ball. So if you guys are lost in the game and you're really just learning as you play, distance is your friend and get that cue ball down the bottom rail. A great one pocket player taught me. He said if you can only see the high part of the ball, you're more than likely going to force your opponent into mistakes because you're only letting them see the top of the ball. When they're froze to the rail, that's a huge advantage. So you just want to make sure you're playing, get as close as you can to the rail to give yourself an advantage. It was meant to be, it was meant to be, baby, it was meant to be. We gonna ride with it.
Oh, good lead though. Man. What do you do here?
I mean, depends how you're feeling. Kyle, if I know Kyle, will probably try to bank this ball this hole. I think a lot of good one pocket players may just try to boop it and just
Hide it behind.
yeah. But either way, it's gonna wind up behind it eventually. I think he's gonna go after his hole here. I don't know. Maybe he's just boop it. What do you think?
I hope he goes after his hole and makes it, but it looks like he might just pop it up and fall behind it. But like you said, it's just going to be repetition. It means he's going to stick behind it the whole time and get deeper. There you go. One, two. Behind it.
You could, but if you miss it, you lose because then you put a ball in play. I don't like spinning it to the 10. It looks like he's aiming to the right of the side pocket and he's going to spin it with left. I do not like that. I can't. I'd rather bank the ball, but this is sketchy.
Oh, you're just doing what I
It's a huge shot.
Oh, man. Oh, stay with it. Nice.
Hey guys, it takes balls the size of a
Wow.
gorilla to shoot that shot. I mean, you have to. You're creating an angle, so for me, that's you know. For sure, it was definitely a great shot.
Yeah, even J Hall. Brandon Shuff
He,
in that building.
Brandon Schuff, my boy, was good. He's one of the nicest guys in pool. It's not even close. Just a gentleman. Sits there. Everything I've ever wanted to be in a pool player. Just calm, cool, collected. Take your ass whoopings. Get back up and do it again next week. Fucking love me some Brandon Schuff.
Ooh, what a shot.
Hey, baby.
Wow, he came to play there. He has to make this.
3 rails in the corner.
Oh, he ginned it. Nice. What a game. What a game. Tied up, folks. Tied up. It's getting down to nitty gritty. That match was great. It looks like you're there, Ryan. Looks like they're doing a player break. We'll be right back with you again. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, if you guys are looking to donate, always look to On the Wire, Creative Media, Roy's Basement, and the Dunsky Dungeon. Go to their pages, go to their donate buttons and donate. Also, like their page and share their page and follow their page so you can get constant streams from Florida players. Roy Basements does international players all around, and On the Wire International, and just pretty much all players everywhere for great pool. Thanks, guys, and we'll be right back. So Mike DeLauder went to go take a Mike DeLauder break. Right now it looks like James Adams is about to break here. We got a thriller up here. Scores 13-13, race to 15. Been at it almost 10 and a half, 11 hours all day. These players got to be exhausted throwing punches at each other. So stay tuned and let's see what happens. Hope you and your family are doing well, Brandon Schuff. Everybody else, thanks for joining the stream. We got Mike DeLauder coming back in the room now, and I'm going to hand him the headphones.
$77 viewers, 13-13. Two Warriors. I love it. That's what we play the game for, guys. Want to feel the pressure. Everybody thinks they're about that life, but we already know. Definitely a fair game, Michael, for sure. It's like they're so evenly matched because they have such different strengths and weaknesses. It's such a beautiful thing. It really is. Twisted it in. Man, you know how hard it is to over twist that ball? It's like very hard to do. If you look at it, it looked like it was just perfectly struck. So Kyle's got one. I like to roll this bank high English, kind of bump the 11 to the other, maybe that, I think it's the orange 5. You want to bump that 5 out and play shape to the 2 next. Oh no, he missed it. No, he missed it, but he fortunate it went in. Yeah, he kind of raised it up a little. You can tell he's just a little uncomfortable. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely.
He's getting used to the table for sure.
Man, I don't think he should shoot this shot rail first. He can go, but he can go rail first here and stop the cue ball right there. Only problem is if he hits it bad, it's going to sell the 3 out. Very risky shot.
Wow.
No, not really wow, but you know what I mean? He's got to get it. Yeah, he got fortunate that he didn't hit it good because he might have sold out of bank. You know what I mean? They are racing to 15, Blair, and it's pretty dope. It's such a great environment for pool guys. It's table plays perfect. Shot, James. Jennifer, you and Dominic are killing it, playing great. Thank you, Felix, bro. Baby girl, I got my boy, got my girl, got my stepdaughter. I'm good. I'm looking for 5 friends to go in. Let's get to surgery. No more babies. They're tiring me down. You know what I like here? I like to kick the cue ball under the 3 ball. Rail first and go under those balls. It seems like a tough shot, but really, you got a big chance. I mean, you got to hit this one hard if you're going to hit it. Don't really care for that shot at all. All right, 2-1. James, bro, guy's got super focus. he's like, he's like out in the woods. Like he'd be perfect for Survivor. He's got no quit in him. You know what I mean? It's serious. I'm serious. Congratulations, Michael Daly. I'm happy to hear that, bro. Come to Orlando when they get a little older. We'll do the damn thing. Hmm. Damn, bro. That was. I wonder if the 11. He's looking at it like, that 11 might go off the 10 here. See that 11?
Yeah, I see it.
You can overcut it off the 10.
Yeah, he's looking at right now.
Hmm. And you can play a pretty nice cue ball here. If I had to guess, the 11's gonna miss to the long rail. If I had to guess.
Those of you guys over in the
Shot.
Sarasota area, be careful. They got a tornado warning going on in your area.
That was a great shot, James. I feel like you're supposed to bank the 9 here, but if he's got a wired ball, you got to take a look at it. He very well could just roll up into that 3-ball combo and kind of stop him on the 5, like right on the head, open up all the balls. Like this shot is not a bad shot, really. You just kind of jack up and stick him and leave him on the 5. The only issue I see with that shot is you might leave a return bank. So just gonna bank the 9, leave the cue ball maybe 3 or 4 inches backwards. Don't sell the 3 out to Kyle because he'll shoot it. He went long.
Oh, he goes in with a fortunate roll.
I mean, that was kind of the way to play it, behind the ball, I think. I don't know. I feel like that's how he played it. I could be wrong though. I know that's crazy,
If he
but
played it that way, that was amazing. Great shot. Good thinking. That wide. Got him in a pickle.
James just spot up a ball, so I'm not sure.
Did he owe one?
Yes.
He might have. I did not see that James owed a ball, so I'll change the score as soon as I know. Yes, it's 3.
3-2.
3-2.
All right. I mean, if I'm Kyle here, I like to kick 2 rails into the 14 and risk taking a foul. All you're gonna do is torture yourself if you.
I'm not sure about that.
You're gonna if you stick yourself on the stack here, you gain the value of the 10 ball, but the 10 might go out of play.
You
Sit.
want some light in here, Mike?
No, you're good.
Are you sure? Because Siri
Yeah.
or
You're
Alexa will
good.
talk to you a little.
No, I'm good. Thank you. I feel like Kyle could have hit that a little softer to give a little more value on the 10. The 10 does go from certain spots, but being that close to the rail, it's a little tough.
What do you do if you're James here? You just thin it off and go up rail? Yeah, that's what he's doing. Right behind the 10. Oh, he left him once back, but that's kind of risky.
Kyle, I think, is going to. Man, he's been cross banking this ball really good. But I feel like he's going to clip the 14 if he shoots it. For me, the 3 looks like it's going to go a little short, but got to hit it fat and miss the kiss. Because when you hit it fatter, it's going to turn it a little more.
So cross the 3 just like he did.
Man, the kid's got balls of steel. You got to clip the 14 there. No, I just did it 5 seconds ago. Oh, he carried that ball. Carried that ball, and Kyle has the first look at it. Alright, so for me, I like to come around for the 2 next. Outside English. I mean, I don't know if he's going to sauce it up and go into the stack like a boss. The 9-3 kind of looks, it doesn't look super wired, but for James, it's just, you got to recognize what James has upon a miss. So that's what creates the pressure in this game. You know what I mean? Like where the balls lay, create pressure. I don't think the orange ball goes. You know, looking from here, it looks like that ball does not go. So if that's the case, I like to dink the 3 ball. No, you dink the 3, and you put a little right English on it. The reason why you put the right English is so it turns and snugs under the 9. You know what I mean? Or you might not need the right English, but yeah, I do it just like that with a little right English, stick some under the 9.
Let's see some hearts if there you want this to go to Hill Hill.
I just bank this 3 and stick them under the 9 gently. Gently. Just put the 3 on the long rail. Kyle never blocks the bank lane. I feel like that's what makes him vulnerable. If he just banks the 3, leaves it on the long rail, he protects the 11 against James. Are y'all with me right now? You don't have to get this 3 to your side. Oh my goodness. I know. Yeah. That's what I was saying. He just sold dead out. It's okay. So for me, guys, I would have shot that 3 to the long rail and blocked it and then stuck them on the 9. Sometimes you don't need to put the balls to your side to increase the value. You know what I mean? That is brutal. He's under hitting a lot of balls. I mean, James, you know, for me, I'd rather have too much go further on that particular shot. You know, kind of. Well, he has a shot, but he's not. It's going to be hard to fall on another ball unless he just goes all out, back cuts it, runs it into those balls. He could run into the 9 here or the 12. You notice how still James is over the ball. I really admire that a lot because I'm telling you, like, he's dead still. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, especially for a guy like me that, like, I move around a bit. I mean, maybe I should ask James his technique because if you notice, Kyle's been moving a little. James is a little more experienced. He's staying a little more composed in terms of his body language. It's turned out to be a great match. You can't refresh them, or they can't be on. Why can't you see that the whole time?
Oh, because this is playing out in the living room. There you go. Hearts for Hill, so no one's loose at me. Do get things on. Yeah, you can't refresh this. If I refresh this, the whole screen goes off. I hit that.
I don't understand why that doesn't stay on the whole time.
Because
You
this
press
is
it.
getting streamed out in the living room, and that's why it goes to the living room. Unless I go like this. There we go.
Well, it's some more stubborn and smart. I'd say you learned after. you're one of those people you try so.
Didn't know. I forgot. It was since I'm in the room that it did that. All right, so we're gonna see the real score here, and I'll catch it up. So we can see that.
Mm.
Two. Good. 2-3. Why does that have 4? Unless there's a ball right there. Yeah, there is. Can you see it? Yeah, it should be 4. So 4, 5, 6, 50. Yeah. Ooh. There you go. How's it? Oh.
I taught him how to bank. Swear to God,
He did say he learned a lot from you.
a lot. Trust me, I teach him shit that only somebody, you know what I mean, like.
Why do you do that?
Please, Lord Heavenly Father.
What did you do?
Kyle gets to the end, and he just gets a little.
Mm.
He gets a little forthright.
Wow. I don't know what to say on that one. I mean,
For sure, a blunder.
he definitely was not taking care of Whitey there.
Plus, James got the angle to break up these balls.
Oh yeah. Nice. He gets coming behind it.
For me, I would have liked to go into the 9 and the 4.
I believe he's just gonna.
97 people, baby.
I believe he's gonna use middle, come off the rail, and come behind the 9 or whatever.
I think he's just gonna play shape, yeah, like what you're saying.
Play shape.
The only thing is, for me, I would have broke up that 4 9 right real early.
It's gonna be 3 now. Please don't have me foul. That's what he said.
For sure, for sure.
Oh no.
Oh,
They are
damn!
Jeez.
Brandon Schuff called it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please, oh Heavenly Father. Oh, Justin Hall, man, you're in the cut. You're always paying attention. I love it. I love it.
Both these players have been playing for 11 and a half hours, so I'm sure fatigue is starting to set in. Oh, wow. That's good. Would you rather just
I'm
let
be-
it stay there?
I don't think he could have made a ball after that shot. To be honest. He's feeling the heat.
Oh, yeah. It's what,
Yeah.
5-3 right now on the ball count. Oof. Kyle's on the hill. You know, man, I know I would be feeling the pressure.
He said, "Oh my Lanta." Brandon Schuff, man, bro, I'm about to build a pool room at my house. And I'm gonna have a guest room at the top. Come by, bro.
100%. And while he's building that guest room, you can always stay over here.
I'm putting a 10-footer, so the little guys, I might be able to beat you little champions. You know what I mean?
It's going to be the Bigfoot Championship.
I'm gonna be like Dominic Dunn, bro. I'm just gonna rob everybody on my table.
I'm going to have everybody pay for my table. Oh. What do you think about that shot?
Depends. I feel like you just bank the 9 here, stick them on the 4, and take balls out of play, guys. If you want to win this game, you have to protect your lead.
Right now,
It's-
Kyle's got him on the rope.
It's like if you go out, right, and you get a girl's number, and then you forget to put in your wallet, it rains all over. You got to protect that thing. Put it in your wallet, protect the lead. You finally got the number. You know what I mean? You guys got to don't forfeit your soul. Nicholas Appleby in this piece. You know, call me crazy, but I'm banking that 9 here just because it's
Whoa. Wow. Oh, no. So close to scratching. Kyle definitely wanted that number to be with.
Wow. James might straight up bank this back to his hole. Or he's just going to go under and dink it. I love that shot. Love that shot. So do you see how James improved his value? Now Kyle's obviously going to take that 9 right out of the, because that's the ball that serves the most value to James. So Kyle's going to try to, probably bank that ball to his side. Try to float the cue ball down the rail. It was a good shot. The philosopher. Come on, James. Pressure burst pipes, baby. When I go to Louisiana, they go, Florida, baby, how you doing? like, I'm like, is this normal? They're calling me baby? I was like, yeah, man, they do it to everybody. I said, all right, cool. I don't, you know what I mean? I didn't think he was moving on me.
Oh, I don't have a mic. We're just letting Mike DeLauder go over there. I'm just
I stole his mic, Gary. I stole his mic.
Oh, yeah, no, I gave it to him. There's no doubt about it. But I'm letting Mike DeLauder do it, and he just wants to talk to somebody. If you guys can't hear me, it's
We're gonna get 2 mics next time. Mohammed's a wonderful guy.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or just one table mic. There you go.
So
Yeah, one mic.
not a good shot.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Does that
The
block?
9 goes, the spot shot goes. James could literally get 4 balls right here. All he's got to do is bank. I don't know. I wouldn't. He's going to sell out the 15 if he shoots a 9. So maybe it's not the shot. Maybe he might shoot Kyle's shot. Rail first on the 2 ball. That's a little sketchy too. This is probably my weakest spot of the game, be honest with you, right here. I guess it just depends how you're feeling. I mean, James might continue to squeeze, stick to his game plan. I'm not sure if he can roll that 15 there, and I don't know. It's a lot of it's a sketchy spot here. I have no idea what the shot is, to be honest with you guys. Anybody want to chime in? Amy Bova in the Range Rover. I got Kyle saved in my phone as Kyle Bova in the Range Rover. James just stuck with his game plan and literally just rearranged the furniture, got the cue ball down table, put Kyle in a vulnerable spot. I mean, some really great pool right there. Moved 4 balls. James moved 4 balls. I imagine, yeah. Gary Hale, my brother from another mother. I know, Justin. I was feeling like it was time to go there also. But, James has kind of played that style the whole time. I think it'd be, maybe not the best strategy to abandon your style, but I agree. There's sometimes you got to go. Like right now, might be time as well. Because, when the balls get pushed down table, guys, it becomes, a lot tougher to win the game from the guy down. I don't really like moving this 2 ball, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what I do. I bank the 9 and float it down to the bottom rail. Bank the 9 and float it down to the bottom rail where you can get the cross on the 2. You know what I'm saying? Because that 2 will cross short and you can get it in towards your hole and have blockers after you bank the 9. I don't know if y'all noticed, but James Adams' cue ball is solid. When he tries to put you on the rail, I mean, that's some Richie Rich, J Hall type style, you know? Freeze him to the rail. I wish Justin Hall was here to commentate. It would be so beautiful.
With both of you guys here?
Because Justin's my sensei, and I learned everything from him mostly.
I try to get him out here, but he don't like leaving his little area.
No, for sure. I understand. Great shot, James. What a great shot, James. I love the speed he hit there. He stiffened it, and if he misses it, it just goes back down to that where the congestion is down table. That's 6-4. Score is 14 Bova, Kyle Bova. 13 Adams.
Race to 15 for 10K.
Hmm. Mm. If he shoots the 14 here, the problem is he's got to send the cue ball on the same side of the table as the 14. So it's probably a bad shot. Yeah, just thin it and leave them on the long rail. No. I like to leave them like above the side pocket. Now, if you leave him on the long rail over there, he's got no bank. The 9, you can't bank it because you got to hit too thin.
Oh, he hit it good. I don't know if it's going to make it. Does it go in?
So here, you just want to make sure you don't draw it, go forward and scratch. You want to hit drag here. A lot of times I see people scratch here.
Wow, we just hit 100 views.
100 views, baby. Let's go.
102 was the max today.
101. All right, so for all you guys tuning in, it's your boy Mike DeLauder, Muhammad Ali, and we appreciate you having us at your house, and you're such a pleasant person to be around, and you treat everybody kindly. One thing is he needs to sleep, so if it gets too late, he kicks everybody out. No questions asked. But really, he's a gentle guy. And he's got a whole bunch of ARs, so he's protecting the cash really nicely.
We got Jake Lawson that just joined the stream. He's the proud owner of Lights Out Billiards. And
Lights out.
got a nice little stable with, what is it, Sean Wilkie,
Yes.
Schuff,
Yes. I'm going to play.
Blackburn.
Yeah, I got to play Joe Blackburn golf, and then I got to play Wilkie basketball, and then Shuff Banks. I might have a chance to leave with some cheese. I don't know. What's up, Chris? How you doing, baby? Yeah, but I like Wilkie. He's cool.
Oh, Wilkie's a great guy.
We talk about basketball all the time.
When I was working up in Virginia, I got to meet all those guys, Lawson, Wilkie, and Schuff.
I'm going to be honest with you. Commentating, I haven't felt any stress all night. I'm just... I haven't missed a ball yet, guys. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Baby, it was meant to be. We got 107. Let's ride with it. Hey.
The record, 107 tonight.
Long neck bottles. Hey. Let go of my hand. This jukebox, it keeps on playing that song again. Hey, I don't want to yell too loud for you guys, but I'll keep you entertained while these guys are thinking their way through it.
Hey, James E. Hall, just to answer your comment, yeah, work smarter, not harder. He said I'm really only shoot with optics.
Oh, that I have to work harder. I mean, I do work smarter for as hard as I work, but I see some guys working a lot harder than me because they don't know what they're doing. That's for sure. You know what I mean? It's like when you're painting. For instance, I painted a room today, and when you don't have a lot of paint on your roller, you got to use a lot more muscle. You understand? So the key is, to put that stroke on it like pool. You know what I mean? 104. Yeah, that would be cool for sure. One game for the 10. Alan Sword, what up, baby?
Oh, Alan Sword, one of the biggest backers out there.
Sweating
Sword
it.
Brothers.
Yeah, I see Alan and his brother at Derby every year. I don't know why they don't want to put put me in the box against some of these monsters playing banks, but I guess because I put myself in the box. But
Dude, they got Gorst and Bergman, man. I mean, it's rough.
yeah, they. That's a good point, Muhammad. They got
They got a nice stable.
yeah, Gorst, Bergman, and it's all good.
A lot of international talent.
They know who's playing 40 or rail banks. They know who they're betting on. That's for sure. Line them up. That's all I can tell you.
I mean, I thought Roy's basement had all the Filipinos and the Allen brothers had all the Europeans, but they stole filler from him.
I know. So now, getting balls out of play. You know what I mean? That's the key. Kyle banks so good. If you can just imagine getting balls out of play and having a chance to bank one ball at a time to win the game, 2 balls is a lot at the end game when they're tied up and none are available to go to your hole.
Absolutely.
Right now maybe 1 ball goes to each person's hole, or maybe you got a 2-railer to to Kyle's hole on the 9. I think he's gonna shoot it here. I think you got to hit high right here. I feel like left doesn't get there. But I like left there actually because he protected against the return bank. So if he would have played with high right, it could have left the return.
Lawson said, "Don't hurt him on the court."
Oh, I'm stealing. All right. I mean, I think James' style is to really bank this just down to his side. Watch his cue ball. He'll freeze it on the bottom rail. Oh no. Damn, he scratched from there. That was crazy. So, on that shot, he dragged it and it released. So, this is a shot that when you understroke the ball, it goes forward. So,
This is gonna cost him. This very well could cost him the match. Oh, he rolled too far. Oh.
2-rail it. 2-rail this ball.
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Put him in the paddle
Yes.
there?
Yes, you do.
Oh, he cuts it. No. Oh, wow. Now he's gonna have to follow that in.
I'm 100% 2-rail that ball because I can play the cue ball defense too.
Here's where James has to bear down and pray that Cal doesn't make that when they're touching together and he makes it in that pocket.
Does he shoot that shot?
Oh yeah, he did. He did it once this game.
It's over.
He didn't